Initially, this is about undoing the backlog, the obstacles and the roadblocks for large projects. We know where the ports are, and we know where the natural resources are, so that gives us an idea of a general sense. But when you start thinking about multiple projects like LNG in many different provinces, a lot of those are proceeding anyway without the same types of difficulty that oil and gas pipelines are facing. So our priority right now is to be able to get the large projects that will allow us to export more of our oil to other countries. That's our priority, and those are on the energy side, and then as well on the hydroelectrical side, knowing that there are huge reserves of extra capacity in Quebec, with the potential to share that into other provinces like Ontario. Those are the initial guiding kind of navigation points that we're looking at on the front end.
So what would be an example of that? Are you talking about reopening Northern Gateway and then establishing a corridor for them? Or?
Well, when you look at Northern Gateway, that was access to a deep water port that opened up Asian markets. TMX is while important, is not in anywhere near the same type of benefits that Northern Gateway would have provided. When we talk about getting off the American discount and ending the practice of just selling our energy at a discount rate to help fuel our biggest competitor, that was Northern Gateway. When you look at the vessels required at the end at the TMX terminal versus what could have been done in a deep water port, that gave us tremendous advantages. So that is something that we want to bring back. We also will recognize that the shipping ban that the Liberals have imposed is just kneecapping Canadian shipping and Canadian energy. Those are also the things we're going to be looking at.
So how would that work exactly? If the federal government's going to front load, some kind of energy corridor that would make Northern Gateway happen. So what would that look like?
Well, it would look like going back. So respecting the court ruling, going back, redoing the consultations in a dynamic way, and then ensuring that when a private sector proponent comes through and says, okay, we're willing to invest the billions of dollars required to get this built, that government doesn't have to do it because the consultations have been done properly with a ministerial representative. Or one of the things we're calling for is for a minister to be responsible specifically for these types of things, and that rather than just sending a department representative, that we have a high-ranking member in the minister's office do a dynamic consultation up front.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, are you saying that you would restart the gateway process?
So,
you're just interested in the idea?
Well, I want to get back to the point in time in the not too distant past where government didn't have to build these things, where the private sector did. And right now, there are no projects being proposed because there's no confidence in our sector. I believe with a new Conservative government, we could restore that confidence, getting the consultations done right, and then inviting the private sector to say, okay, now that this is addressed, now that we have a government that is willing to take these things seriously and champion the development and expansion of our natural resource sector here in Canada, do what you've always done, invest in Canada, create jobs and opportunity.